Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, Burrow. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
A nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
The 31-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 31. Pitching to Mixon. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Brought down back at the...
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Tua. Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st down.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Oh, he shifts past him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 27. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own
the Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
4-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That catch good for only a couple.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. The Raiders are out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Man open. It's Cup. He's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And again, it's Tagovailoa. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now left side on the swing pass. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
First and goal.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll try to run with Breida. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. To return it, Darius Phillips. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. They'll find Everett there, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And Burrow going to throw again. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. 15 yards on the play. First down. Mixon with a first down carry. And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
He's crossing. He's checking.
Now it's Burrow. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up fourth.
Joe Mixon, incomplete. It's fourth down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
34-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? It will be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A 42-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Breida to get the third quarter started. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Tua. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
It's a gain of 6.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run with Breida. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From midfield, here's Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
48-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
3-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, Mixon. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 2nd down, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up the little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Breida. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, Tua dancing to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
A quick pass to Kupp. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Parker the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Looking for Parker again, and this time he's got him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Tua to Parker there for the Miami first. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Burrow will throw. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gay's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Noah Igbenogany on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. That'll be complete to Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
Miami.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Dolphins.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. This is Breida. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They run for it with Breida, and he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and the Bengals will get the football back. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
City like the championship.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now Burrow loses the football. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
They do tack on the extra point as well, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
On 1st down, Mixon, and unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Today's final score.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Bengals, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year.